Welcome in. Tuesday episode, no one to blame. I got my co-host back, Kev. Kev, what's going on, man? How was your Sunday after you abandoned us?
I'm back.
I love it. You had a good time?
Yeah, good weekend of some soccer, my least favorite sport, but when my kids play it, I'm all in. So
That's nice,
yeah.
man. That's good. Good for you, Kev. Sorry in advance for how much we shit talked to you while you were gone.
I heard.
We'll get to some of that a little bit later. Kev, before we go any further, you want to tell us about our show sponsor?
Yes, sir. Altered Grounds Landscaping is the area's top professional landscape company. They are a family-owned and operated business serving St. Louis and the Metro East for 20 plus years. Their mission is to make your home or business stand out from the rest. They offer free consultations year-round. Get $300 off your project of $3,000 or more with code AGNOTB. That's code AGNOTB. They're booking pools for the 2025 season. So if you have any thoughts of getting a pool for next summer, stay ahead of the game and get with them now. They will get you set up for next summer.
Hell yeah. Altered Grounds, man. No one does it better in the St. Louis Metro East. Let's just call it the Midwest, man. Spend the money. If you're going to spend the money, dude, get it done right. Get it done with a place you know you could trust, Altered Grounds. And like Kev said, free consultations year-round, $300 off your project, $3,000 or more, AGNOTB, baby. Kev, perfect segue. We're also brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Western New York, summer is over. Now's the time to start thinking about that pool. We just talked about it, man. We got you covered. If you're in the Great Lakes area to the Midwest, Kayak Pools to Altered Ground, no one to blame. We got you covered, man. Go check them out. We're also brought to you by Dubby. Dubby is an amazing energy drink that's made with clean ingredients to give you the energy boost you need with no crash. They also offer an electrolyte drink to keep you hydrated throughout your busy days. Hit the link in the bio. Use promo code DUE, D-U-E. Get 10% off your first purchase. Visit them at dubby.gg. Promo code DUE, D-U-E. Tell them we sent you. Get 10% off your first purchase. We're also brought to you by Sons of Erie. Sons of Erie artwork, man. No one does it better. Close personal friends. Founder of Dude Champions is one of the partners of that. The other one is the artist formerly known as Otis. You see him in the chat constantly. The dude is a creative genius, man. Go check out their stuff, sonsoferie.com. What I got is a 101 in the background. You can't buy that one. But if you're in the Bills Mafia or you're not, they got Bills Mafia pieces. They got lifestyle art pieces, man. Go check them out. Don't take my word for it. Go look. sonsoferie.com. Kev the Hayes in the barn. We got a big show, man. A big show today. Kev, I want to recap all the NFL action, all of our wins, all of our losses, of which
some of the losses.
So few. We had some massive hits on Sunday, man. Wild weekend of football. Kevin and I are also going to do a full preview of all three Turkey Day games and the Black Friday game. Obviously, Kevin being a Raiders fan, you know we're going to go in a little bit deeper than we normally would on that. But here we are, man. I also want to talk a little playoff picture, man. It's that time of year, Kev.
Yeah.
We're coming up. Week 13, dude, right? Week 13.
Yep.
Cherish this moment, people. Cherish this moment. NFL football ain't going to be here forever, man. Get it in, man. Spend some time.
This is a huge weekend to me to kind of kick off that second half of the season. You got the 3 Thursday games, got the Friday game, rolls right into your college Saturday, into NFL Sunday. This kind of turns the page into that second half of the season. So,
no, absolutely, man. I agree. So, Kev, we had a special guest on our show in your stead. Social media manager Don was there. Don didn't have a great week, man, but Don had a ton of good insights. Don, yeah, we love Don. Don, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Happens to the best of them.
Yeah, man.
Rebecca beat me to the punch here. Yeah, Where's the Bills gear, Kev?
I was saving it.
We're saving it.
We'll clip that. It'll come out later this week. For those of you that do not know, Kevin and I had a little show bet, week 11. Kevin unexpectedly could not be there for week 12 on Sunday. Kev lost the bet. Kev has to go full Buffalo Bills regalia on Sunday morning's episode of No One to Blame coming up.
Yep.
He's going to be raiding my closet. He's better have bought some face paint. We'll see what Kev comes out with. We'll see what he comes out with. Tune in Sunday, 10 a.m. Full Buffalo Bills gear for Kevin. The bet was the Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens over and under. Kev loved the over. I loved the under.
Terrible.
No one to blame, dude. No one to blame.
Terrible. Man, that was bad. It's all right. Always next week.
It's always next week, dude. There's another bet to be had. We had some big hits on the show, some highlights, man. Best bets, man. Me and you both went 2-1 on our best bets. We'll get into all three of those. Jake the Snake has been killing it for us on the Sunday show. Jake's the Dew Champions head of analytics and data. Jake went 3-0 in his best bets, and once again, for the 8th week in a row, hit the Neffy special, dude. Hit that Neffy special. The Neffy special is a 3-leg, 10-point teaser. I love it. I haven't hit it in 3 weeks, but hey, dude, I place 3 or 4 of them a week. But I just love the bet, dude. If everyone thinks it's so easy, put one together.
Let's see.
Yeah, I want to see it, dude. I love it. It's the biggest trap bet of all time, dude. 3 legs, 10 points. Usually got to lay like a $1.30, something like that. Whatever, dude. The show parlay, man, that's just been a joke all year, dude.
Hey, that's killing the show. That single-handedly is killing the show.
Move on from that one. Props was good, dude. Props.
Good.
Me, you, and Jake all went 3-2 in our props. A lot of those are plus money stuff that we're offering you guys. Don went 2-3 on his props, not too bad. Most importantly, dude, our ladder bets. All 4 of us hit at least 2 rungs on our ladder. Mm-hmm. So we got you paid, and then we got you a bonus rung. And then if you're a true sicko like myself, if you tailed me, man, the Jalen Waddle ladder, man. Jalen Waddle.
Big time. Nailed it. 8 catches, man. Absolutely nailed it.
8 catches, 144 yards, and a touchdown. That was my ladder bet for the week. Kev, we got that video down there? Boys, I'm getting ugly. I'm getting gross.
Oh, God.
Disgusting. One of the grossest things I've ever posted on this show. Dude, look away. If you have children in the room, get them out. God. Get them out. This is disgusting. Jalen Waddle receiving ladder, dude. I am just going full contrarian, full send. A guy that's done nothing this year. A guy that's get 3rd in the pecking order. Jonnu Smith ahead of him. Jalen Waddle. 42 receiving yards, start that as your bottom rung, okay? He's going to get 50 receiving yards today. Go ahead and book this. Bottom rung, minus 114. To get 52, he's plus 127. 72, 262. 82, 382. 92 yards, plus 565. And Jalen Waddle to go over the century mark, get 102 plus, is plus 851. Guys, it's gross. I'm going to take it off the screen. I think I'm going to get sick. I went full gross, dude. I went full sicko mode. What are you going to do? Sicko mode, baby. Let's go.
Awesome. Hey, that was the best one of the year, I think, right?
Oh, yeah. We haven't had one that's went all the way to the top yet. Now, they did offer a couple more rungs, but, I mean, Jalen Waddle to go over the century mark to me was crazy enough. Yeah. I think his top rung was, 102, 112. It was 122, and it was probably plus 2,400. I didn't play it, but I went all the way up to the top there, plus 851 cash. Let's go, baby.
Big one. Big one.
We had ourselves a day. I have Jake's best bets up here. I want to touch on Jake's best bets real quick, Kev. Do you have that?
Gotcha.
Jake. Dake went ahead and had Denver minus 5 against the Raiders. He had Tampa Bay minus 5.5, and he had Philly minus 2.5. The Eagles fly. Shout out Marianne from the neighborhood. Wootsy woo. I'm sure she's out there listening somewhere. The Eagles took care of business, man. Jake also with his nephew special, man. Detroit +3, Denver +5, Philly +7.5 again. Jake was on fire, man. He knew what he was talking about. Kev, what's up with that Denver and that Raiders game, man?
You know, I got a little it's typical Raiders, you know. It almost looks like a close game initially, you know. They drive down, get in the red zone, turnover, fumble, interception. Second half, Minshew breaks his collarbone or whatever
out for the year.
Whatever he ended up doing. I got a stat here. Let me find this. So, you know, these Raider stats, every time I think I find it like the worst one, I find another one. The Raiders,
I'm sorry, dude. I don't know why I get so much joy out of watching you talk about the Raiders. I think misery loves company. Maybe I don't know.
The early Buffalo Bills in your childhood, it was like the same. So you get it. You understand. Raiders have been down double digits in every single game this week. Every single game this year. Every single game. At one point in time,
they've been down double digits every game.
The first time that has happened in 30 plus years. That's
just inventing new ways to lose.
Yeah, just crazy. Raiders can't run the ball. They're on their third running back. Defense is just, you know, just not been good. Typical Raider stuff. Denver, you know, Bo Nix looks good, looks the part right now. But yeah,
he had another good game, man. 25 of 42, 273 through the air and 2 tuds. I mean, he is experienced. What is he? 29 years old. I mean, you can call him a rookie all you want.
He's a vet. He's a vet.
The dude played on some high powered. He played in Auburn and then he went to Oregon. Like, Bo Nix isn't just some, you know, college scrub 21 trying to learn the system. He's been waiting 10 years to get in the NFL, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, how about Amir Abdullah sighting, brother? Amir Abdullah actually had a game, man.
I wouldn't say it a game.
Well, he went 8 for 28 in the ground, which wasn't super impressive. That Sincere McCormick kid actually went 5 for 35, 5 for 33 for you guys. Never heard of him. But Abdullah through the air, 5 for 37 and a tud. So if you fired up Amir Abdullah, maybe in the stead,
you're a sicko.
Dude, I was looking at it. he wasn't even available. We actually played each other this week in fantasy. I hope you didn't look at that.
Here we go. We stay streaking on a nephew special. There he is.
Jake, the parlay prince.
In the chat.
The kid's on fire, man. 8-0 in the nephew special. He's got a good chance to go the distance, man. He's really dialed in with those. I don't even think they've been close for him. Brock Bowers again, man. You know, he had 10 targets, 4 for 38. I think when Desmond Ridder had to come in, he went 5 for 10 for 64 yards. I mean, Myers had a good game, 10 for 121. But here's what I'm worried about.
Targets.
And we'll get into this in our KC Las Vegas preview. I feel like this was the division game that you guys gave it all you had.
And it wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough. You guys were having to rally, had some injuries. You know, you wanted it. You were at home, right? Now you have to go on the road.
I will say that Kansas City spread, we talked about it a little bit. That's a big number.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
No, we'll get into that, but
I've got some thoughts on that. But dude, Denver, man, Denver 7-5. I mean, looking good, looking the part. The defense is playing. Sutton again, man. 8 for 97, 2 touchdowns. You got to fire this dude. If you haven't been firing this dude up, you got to fire him up, man. Props, all of it, man. All the above.
DFS, yep.
Yes, all the above. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that Raiders game, man.
I don't have too much more than that.
Do you want to let's talk about your 3 what were your 3 best bets on
Sunday? Let me I don't have, let's see. I had Tennessee +8.
Boom.
At Houston.
Let's start there, dude. Let's start
outright
there.
Winner. Yeah.
Holy beep. Dude. One of the biggest upsets of the year, I gotta say, man. Everyone was on Houston. That number opened at 9. It closed like 7.5. Don on the show was all over Houston.
You guys
we were mocking you.
Me. You guys killed my pick on that. They outright won it as a dog.
Dude,
hey,
crazy.
Houston is might be the most inconsistent team in the NFL. I mean, they just they underperform week in, week out. They're just I don't know what to think about them. Giving up 32 points to the Titans is just blasphemous. Like, I don't even know. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And dude, CJ Stroud, 2 picks. Mixon only rushes for 22 yards in this game, dude.
When they don't run the ball,
yards,
they're in trouble. Yep.
That's not good, man. And Mixon was the only one. Mixon had 14 totes. You know, Tennessee just kept scoring. That was the problem. They had to keep throwing the ball. CJ Stroud only threw it 33 times, but you know, Nico had a good game. I know Don, this was Don's letter, was the Nico. We were all over Nico. You had a Nico touchdown, didn't you?
No, nope. Oh yeah, I did.
Sure?
Yep.
No, you did. Yep. It was plus 120.
Yep.
Yeah. Nico Collins scored touchdown plus 120. You won't see
plus
that
20.
for the rest of the season, dude.
Yeah.
You will not see that again.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. 9 targets for him. He went 5 for 92. Calvin Ridley, dude, 6 targets, 5 catches, 93 yards. What a game for Will Levis, man. What a game. 18 for 24, 278, 2 touchdowns.
Breakout game.
Throws that interception, man. I think this is what people were expecting Will Levis to be. Some version of this year, not whatever else we were seeing.
Yeah,
right.
The turnover thing early was just bad.
Yep,
all
this is
all
what we
season.
Talk about, dude. These division games, man. These big spreads. These division games, like those dudes were all over Minnesota. I think there was another one of Don's picks, or maybe Jake had Minnesota. One of those two had Minnesota, and I was warning them, dude. Chicago, division game. These division games are so sketchy, man. You have to be careful. Houston laying 9, close 7.5. But we had some more comments over there, Kev.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep here.
We got
Houston. Here we go. We got Jake. Houston, Arizona, Atlanta are the Spider-Man meme pointing at each other. Yeah. That's a pretty good analogy there. Yeah. Atlanta, every week it's Arizona, man, for like 2-week stretch, everybody thought they were going to be rolling that division, and now Seattle's in first place. Yeah.
Absolutely. We can give us I'm pulling these other ones up. Jeff here. Jeff loves when we give us those thoughts, dude. He just loves it, and he just wants us to give us those thoughts so freaking hard.
That's so freaking.
Yep. Hey, I wanted to officially apologize for Sunday, man. I really laid into Jeff really hard Sunday. Jeff, baby, I'm so sorry, man. I hope you're doing all right. Just got to tone it down a little bit, man. Jeff,
we got
I hope you're doing
here.
okay.
Yeah, I hope he's doing all right. We got Patrick. I thought Kev was going to be in Bill's ass.
This Sunday, dude, 10 a.m. Tune in. Kev will be in assless chaps.
I'll be in character. Jeff here again. 42-7 Bills over Niners. High horse pick of the week. Lock it up.
Unfortunately, I saw snow in the forecast. Pat is in Buffalo right now. Pat, you fire up that snowblower, brother. I'm seeing like a foot of snow in the forecast, dude. I don't know if we hit the over with that. It's going to be a tough game, man. I think the Bills right now are laying 7.5, something like that. But we'll touch on that a little bit further down the road.
Yeah. So
thanks for stopping in, boys.
Keep hitting the chat. My second best bet we talked about a little bit already was Denver minus 5.5. So hit that. Don't need to hit any more on any Raiders talk. Then I missed out. I was on Arizona +1. So obviously that did not hit. Arizona just Jekyll and Hyde. Just don't know which team's going to show up. So I should have known better, but
yeah, that was a little funky, man. Coming off a bye like that. I thought it was a good spot with Seattle coming off that big win. But, dude, I think we need to take a hard look at that division. That division's up for grabs. And every time those teams are playing, right, even for San Fran, that division's up for grabs. So everyone thinks we're just gonna, San Fran's just gonna roll over and die just because Brock Purdy's hurt. I mean, the reason Brock
I do
Purdy
think
is
they're going
starting.
to.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they're done.
You think the Bills are just gonna put the stake in their heart this week?
Yep. The San Fran hasn't been that defense. That defense is not the same defense. That's
Dude.
The injuries are the injuries, but I don't care. That defense has not played like they did last year. That's the number one problem in my opinion.
Kev, they showed up on my defensive chart this week for the first time this year. San Fran has given up the third most rushing touchdowns. Obviously, Josh Jacobs went for like 106 and 3 on Sunday.
Ooh, they'll do it.
Third most rushing touchdowns given up this year. They're in the company of Dallas, Carolina, the Jets. I mean, yeah, that's the only category that they showed up in, but still, man. I got new teams. New teams are in the chart for week 13. We'll get to all that. So good for you, man. 2-1 on your best bets. Clawing back, getting to that 500 mark, close to for the season. My best bets, man. I locked in Green Bay -3. It was actually -3, -105 earlier in the week before that Brock Purdy news. Then it went up to 5.5 or 6. Even on the show, I said it doesn't matter, dude. Go take it. I mean, Green Bay took care of business there. Was there an easier bet on the board, man? Probably, but it just seemed so obvious. Like, I don't know. I also had Miami -7.5. I had to take Don to school a little bit. I had to show him the chart live on air. Don's like, nope, I like New England. And I had to point out New England showed up on the chart 3 different times, Don. You do not fade the chart, Don. I had to tell him that. What does Miami do? Man, Miami put it on them. They were up like 24-0 at one point, I think.
It was 30-0.
Yeah,
it was 30-0. Yeah,
30-0. Oh, New England outright. Miami's a buzzsaw right now, man. We're going to talk a little bit more about them. Dude, I had Washington -10.5. Holy crap. What was that from Washington? What was that?
That was they've been involved in a couple crazy games, man.
Dude, they needed this. This is a get right spot for them, man. Like, this is a huge game, and they let Dallas Cooper Rush come in. I was all over Rico Dowdle in this game. He had an awesome game, dude. Don and Jake were killing me on Rico Dowdle, and I just trying to tell him, dude, Washington rushing yards allowed most in the league. These guys, just all Jake wanted to do is point out the flaws in my chart, and all we're doing is cashing bets off it. Jake, come on, Jake the Snake, Parlay Prince, get with it, man. Man, the Cliff. So this is something interesting, right? And a lot of people are talking about this. The Cliff Kingsbury second half of the year offense is apparently this dude just gets exposed. And now listen, this whole thing, this whole kind of conspiracy theory, it's getting interesting now, dude. I don't know what's going on with this offense. Now, I will say this game in the fourth quarter, dude, there was 41 points scored in the fourth quarter in this game between both these teams. 41 fourth quarter points. And I got to point out, dude, last week, both of these teams showed up on my chart in a big way. Okay. And they played each other. They didn't listen, Kev.
They didn't listen.
They didn't listen. We didn't listen. Shout out, Jeff. Jeff's a great big boy, the highest horse rider that I know. I love Jeff so much. Just got to give all the props to Jeff. Hosanna in the highest, Jeff. Washington and Dallas played each other. I have a matchup this week, Kev, that is going to be exactly the same. It involves Dallas. Dallas and the Giants both showed up on the defense chart. We'll talk a little bit more about that, man. Yeah. We'll talk more about that. The Miami one. So, dude, Miami is on the rise, and I've locked them up 2 weeks in a row now. They've been one of my best bets 2 weeks in a row. Cash 2 weeks in a row. They're on the rise. They're healthy, and if they get in the playoffs, dude, this team, you don't want to play this team. You just don't. You know what they're capable of, right now the Bills, and I posed this question on Sunday, and it was yeah, it's a little iffy of a question, but if you're a Bills fan and Miami gets in the playoffs and beats you in the playoffs, how are you killing yourself and why? We had Nick Albini hop in the chat and he goes, toaster oven in the bathtub.
Toaster in the bathtub.
Dude, would that not be just like the most Billsy thing to happen?
Yeah.
We've owned them year over year over year over year. And all of a sudden, dude, they just sneak in and then we got to play them in the playoffs. Oh my God.
Got news for you. They're not going to Buffalo and no, not the playoffs.
Thank you, Kev.
Here we go. We got Kingsbury has been a surprise this year. Surprise in the first half of the season.
He has been, and then they've lost, what is it, 2 or 3 in a row now?
Yeah.
Yep. Dingo man. Shout out.
Yeah,
Dingo
getting
man
to
chat.
Miami. I was going to hit on this on the Thursday night game, but they won 3 straight. The remaining schedule early in the season, you would have thought, man, this is tough, but man,
it is.
I don't know. Now it's kind of loosened up a little bit. I think you got the Jets.
Well,
you got the Texans. All right, go ahead.
The first one is Thanksgiving night.
Well, yes. After that one, after this Thursday game,
we're going to preview that full game. But yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
So they got the Jets. Texans, which now, that Texans team's not what we thought it was going to be early in the season.
Home to the Jets, at the Texans.
49ers.
Home to the Niners. They're going to be healthy and trying to get in the playoffs.
Browns, feisty.
At the Browns on Sunday Night Football.
Feisty, that's a tough one. But then Jets in the season. So
at the Jets to finish the season. Kev, if okay, so we just talked about divisional games. If Miami is make or break to get into the playoffs, and it give the fans
what they want. Denim Dan on the podcast.
Dan.
Guest star.
Yeah, that's Dan. Well, we got to have Dan on the pod, man. He would love it. He loves talking football. If Miami's trying to get into the playoffs and they got to go to the Jets, dude, the Jets they're gonna want to smoke them. They're not gonna want to let them in the playoffs.
Aaron Rodgers might not even be playing by then.
That could be a good thing. Tyrod Taylor, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's probably an upgrade.
It absolutely is. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough schedule to finish the year for the Dolphins. I don't know, man. I'm a Bills fan, dude. We've seen this happen, right? We've seen it happen so many times. Stupid shit happening. Man, Miami is flipping last year's script. Oat knows what's going on, dude. I don't know, man. It just makes me nervous. Just knowing that they're there creeping up behind us. And the Bills we're 9-2. We shouldn't have to worry about them, but just, stupid shit, man. We're Bills fans. It always happens. Yep. Did you have any other, I had a couple other plays I wanted to touch on.
No, I'm, hit my teaser, Tampa Bay +5, Arizona +11, and Philly +7. So I think I've hit like 6 of my last 7, I think, on my teasers, the nephew specials. Yeah. So
you've been killing them.
Yeah, no, hit on some other ones you got. What do you got?
Yeah, so 3-2 in props, man. The Kareem Hunt, this one I did not win.
Hey, these dude, they're on this Bills swag.
That's my people,
man. Sunday.
Tune in Sunday at 10 a.m. Kevin's gonna be decked out in Bills swag.
I got you.
Dude, one of my props that I love that did not hit, Kareem Hunt to get 65 rushing yards and a touchdown. I thought that was just a complete lock, man, against the Panthers. And KC, dude. KC in a fight for their life, dude. They lose the Bills, then they go down to Carolina, a get-right game. They're 9-point favorites. Casino Miguel, the guy who I did the podcast at his apartment in Charlotte, we have this crazy survivor pool, man. There was 12 of us left before this week. We took Kansas City, and we're watching this, and I'm like, dude, this is how we're going to go out. Kansas City's going to eliminate me like this, and it would have been
Carolina.
so like, this is the shit that happens as Bills fans, dude. They squeak it out, though, but 3 people got eliminated. 2 at Washington, 1 at Houston. We are down to 9 people in King of the Hill. Mike and I are down to our last entry buyback right now. I think there's 29 grand in the pot. We're getting so close, man.
I cashed some of that last year. That was a good year last year with that.
Yep. Man. I thought that would have been a lock. Bucky Irving over 59.5 rushing yards. That was easy. I think Jake or Don had that as well. Rico Dowdle 50+ rushing yards. He smashed that. Gibbs 70 rushing yards. He went over that. Tommy DeVito, I had over 175.5 passing yards. He went over that. And then a Sutton touchdown was plus 120, and I also had the Nico touchdown plus 120. Dude, yeah, Jeff is right, dude. Jeff is absolutely right. Wow. Almost got Sir Purr, dude. So we had this thing in the group chat for the longest time. Sir Purr is got to be the best mascot, dude, in all of the NFL. What mascot is better than Sir Purr, dude? Do you know who Sir Purr is?
Is that the Panthers guy?
Have you seen this guy?
He's crazy, right? I don't know if I have.
Wait till you see this guy. Sir Purr is the absolute best, dude.
What we got? Oh. Let's see. Hold on. There we go.
Sir Purr is the absolute best. Look at this guy. Look at this mascot, dude. Whoop.
I don't know if I agree.
I'm getting all messed up over here. Sir Purr's the best. He's the absolute best, dude. So we're doing this thing. I love Sir Purr. Dude, when I was younger, my bad. When I was younger, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese. And
I did not know that.
Yeah, dude. Senior year, I had a bunch of odd jobs. I got in the job force when I was like 14. We're talking Purr.
Yeah.
We're out here talking Purr. Wow. So I worked at Chuck E. Cheese, dude, and I was the mouse. I had to be the mouse. So I had to put on this whole costume. Dude, I swear to God, man. I worked people. No.
Is there any evidence? Is there any evidence of this?
I could pull out my tax returns from 2004, 2005, dude.
Shit, that's
Chuck
awesome.
E. Cheese, dude. I was a game room attendant,
That
and
is
then
awesome.
I was a low man in the totem pole. I had to be the mouse. But, dude, I would love to be an NFL mascot, dude. Dude, I'll be a mascot at just a local high school, man. I don't care. I would love it. I'd thrive in that, man. Emily. So yeah, dude, I think it'd be a glow up, dude, going from Chuck E. Cheese mouse to being Sir Purr. I could do that
would
job.
Be an upgrade. Yeah, that'd be an upgrade.
Do that job, dude. You kidding me? Anyways, that was talking Purr. That covers pretty much everything. One more game I want to cover from last week, Kev. Again, so Chicago, dude, almost upsets another NFC North opponent. Minnesota and Chicago go to overtime. Unfortunately, Chicago loses in overtime, but they cover 2 games in a row, dude. It was Green Bay 2 weeks before. Green Bay barely eked out a victory there, and now Minnesota barely ekes out a victory. This is going to be a segue into our Thursday games. But, dude.
Do you see that stat line? Caleb Williams?
Yeah, 17 fourth quarter points for Chicago. Pushed this game to overtime, dude. And to your point, Caleb, 32 for 47, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
340 yards passing.
340 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. And now Minnesota gives up a lot through the air. They're on the defensive chart where they at passing yards allowed. Minnesota going into last week gave up the 8th most passing yards in the league. So, I tried to warn these dudes. One of them, Don or Jake, they took Minnesota, I think. Can't do it, dude. Got to be careful. How about this, though? Justin Jefferson went 2 catches for 27 yards. Addison,
unheard of.
8 for 162 and a touchdown. Hawkinson, 7 catches, 114 yards. If you're not starting Justin Jefferson this week, I think Minnesota is home to Arizona, dude. JJ is going to the moon this week.
Yeah.
Lock it in now. Go to your props. Bet the over on Justin Jefferson. Bet him to score a touchdown. I think they're playing Arizona. I do like Arizona. I think they're plus 3.5. We'll get to that. But you got to fire that up now. Kev, before we get to our Thanksgiving preview games, dude, let's talk about Altered Grounds again, man. We got a little video for Altered Grounds.
Yep. Give me a second here. We'll get it rolling.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I hope you were talking that whole time because you couldn't hear one thing you were saying, dude.
I was wondering if the volume was too high. Let me read through this again.
I saw your lips moving, dude. I was like, there's no way anyone is hearing him over that beautiful, beautiful lo-fi soundtrack from Altered Grounds.
So let me read through this read here. Don't get caught slipping this winter. They're taking on new clients for commercial snow removal for 2024. So they can be reached at 618-972-9632 or at alteredgroundslandscaping.com. We'll have to adjust the volume and on my alt read there.
No, I think it's part when you have a video in and mutes our mics. A little technical difficulty, but Kev, the video is awesome.
Yeah, we're good now.
Spoke for itself, dude.
Yeah, hit them up on Instagram. They gotta check out some of their pools, man. Top notch.
Absolutely, man. Altered Grounds is the shit. All right, man. Thursday, Turkey Day. Couple. Football. Thursday, 12:30. Da Bears. What is he talking about? I think he is maybe being Sir Purr. Dude, how I use his head, dude.
I think maybe he was going back to your high school days and he was your Chuck E. Cheese days.
Yeah, dude. I basically came out of the womb with back hair. It's no big deal. Thursday at 12:30, Turkey Day. Couple. Chicago Bears visiting the Lions. Chicago is a plus 10-point underdog. Over under of 48.5 in this game. Kev, Chicago is 4-7 on the year. Against the spread, though, they're 5-4-2, right? So they've been covering, a couple pushes in there. Detroit, a wagon right now. Detroit is 10-1 and 9-2 ATS. Yeah. I mean, there's a reason this is a 10-point spread, Kev, but what are your thoughts, man? An initial reaction when you saw this 10-point
My initial thoughts were Thanksgiving Day massacre. Like initially I thought, Detroit's just going to roll them. Detroit is probably the best team in the NFL right now. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, could Chicago keep this close? Caleb's been playing better. But, man, the only thing is they are so one-dimensional. Detroit's going to eat that up. Caleb led them in rushing last week with like 33 yards. If Chicago is just going to be one-dimensional and throw the football, I don't think that's going to work against Detroit. I know Detroit is better against the run, but nah, no way. No way.
So you're on Detroit.
Detroit. I'm on Detroit. Now 10.5.
It's 10. It's 10.
Oh,
it might be. It's depending on where you look. When I looked earlier, it was 10.
Yeah, Earl opened up, I think, 10.5. But anyway, I still think I'd take Detroit minus 10, but I'm not confident in that, though.
Nope. Chicago.
Weird things happen.
Play here, dude.
Weird
Chicago's
things happen.
Defense is going to be able to keep them in this game. It's a Thanksgiving. It's a weird day. It's a weird game. They're not traveling far. It's a third division game in a row for Chicago. You got to think that they're getting sick of losing these division games, right? You're going to get a good effort from Chicago here. They're riding off the coattails of a really good offensive game, finally, after firing their offensive coordinator, right? Now, Detroit has given up the 8th most passing yards, okay, in the NFL. So they're going to be airing it out. Why not? Absolutely. What's Rebecca saying?
Hold on. I was just looking at Go ahead. I'm looking up this. So Detroit in 3 games this year has given up 0 points in the second half.
Okay.
Second half they locked down. I can't see. I just don't trust Chicago. What you got here? Any laddie daddy bets for the week? Yeah.
We're going to have some ladder bets
Sunday.
on Sunday morning, 10 a.m. No one to blame. No props. We're just doing a preview. We'll have some best bets on the show after we buzz through these. No props, though. If you follow us on X, do_Neffy at Kevin32, we'll probably be putting some stuff out. Who am I kidding? We're going to be putting plays out. Kevin and I are in South Carolina. We're in Charleston, both of us. We don't have availability and access to all the best lines, the best books. We got to
one of these days.
Down. I sent a carrier pigeon out to Taiwan. He didn't come back today, right? So prop bets weren't on the board. Look at Jeff. They're having a great time in our chat today. Floor that ladder, Daddy Zaddy. Floor it, Zaddy. The Floor it, Zaddy crew's all been in here. Emily, Rebecca, and Jeff. They have constantly just been flooring it, Zaddy. Let's floor it on to the next game here, Kev. I'm on Bears plus 10. Kevin likes Detroit minus 10. Any thoughts on that over under 48.5? I like the over.
I like the over. Yeah. Yep. Nice little start to our Thanksgiving day. Jessica,
they called Jeff. They're not talking about your wife. They're talking about Jeff.
Oh, okay.
They called Jeff Jessica. Hey, you guys shouldn't talk to Jeff like that. No one should ever make fun of Jeff ever again. That's not right. Everyone leave Jeff alone, okay? He took a lot of abuse on Sunday. He's recovering. Leave him alone. Right? Thursday, Turkey Day. Gobble, 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 gobble. 4:30 p.m.
4:30 game.
Primetime Thanksgiving. And what do we get to watch? The Giants visiting the Cowboys. The 2-9 Giants visiting the 4-7. Haven't won a game in Dallas.
Yeah.
Cowboys. Dallas is laying for over under 37.5. Both teams have an ATS record of 3-8. Kev, initial thoughts?
This was a terrible matchup before the season started. Now it's just awful. This is your nap time game.
Who wants to watch
this? Should have been a primetime game. This is you watch
dinner.
Detroit. You eat early, watch Detroit, you nap during this game, you get back up for the Miami Green Bay game. That's the schedule. DeVito versus Rush. Jesus. Trash game. Yeah, garbage, hot garbage.
If it was Dak Prescott and Daniel Jones, is it any better, dude? No,
that's what I'm saying. Beginning of the year, this was a garbage game, even when we thought other than this.
Absolutely brutal.
With all that said, shit, what are you going to hammer the over now that we just trade?
Yep.
Hammer the over 38 or whatever it was.
Both of these teams over under 37.5. Both of these teams have shown up. Dallas is the 3rd worst, and then the Giants are the 6th worst on the spreadsheet. Okay, as far as my defensive metrics go, Detroit is going to kick the Bears' ass. Dan, you'll be at my house. Well, maybe we'll place a wager. Dan's coming over for gobble Turkey Day.
Who you like in this one?
Dude, I'm laying it at Dallas minus 4.
I think
best
so.
Bet.
Yeah.
They haven't won at home. They just went on the road. They rallied the troops, man. I don't think this is a letdown spot. Honestly, I think this is the opposite. I don't think the Giants in their locker room, regardless of how they may have felt about Danny Dimes, I don't think the Giants locker room liked how they handled that Daniel Jones situation, dude.
Yeah.
You bench the guy and then you put him in 4th and then you cut him. Dude, it's just not a great look, man. And then that chick on ESPN went on and was just tearing him a new asshole. And it's like, dude, what did this guy do? He played bad football. We get it. But, man, you got to kick the dude while he's down? Like, Jesus.
Well, you can say what you want about everybody and their brother knew they screwed that pick up when they drafted him.
Yeah, man.
So,
of course.
It ain't his fault he got overdrafted.
Yeah, man, they shouldn't have paid him.
It's not his fault he got overdrafted, and it's not his fault they paid him.
Exactly.
So I'd fire everybody from the top down with the Giants if I was them.
And
Maybe
then you got
Dable.
yeah, well, exactly. And then Saquon Barkley just went for 306 all-purpose yards on prime time, dude.
How do
How
you
many times
think?
have you done that this year?
How do you think they're liking the off-season Hard Knocks clips that are just hitting the
Oh,
internet?
it's gonna
Oh
be
my
incredible.
God, it's terrible.
Have you watched any of it?
Oh yeah, I like the off-season one. I did like that
In
one. That was
season.
good. No, the off-season one. That was the preseason.
The Giants were preseason. What's
The
the in
Giants.
season?
The end. I haven't watched the end season one.
I haven't
No.
watched either. But and then you had Malik Neighbors visually frustrated in the interview after the game because they didn't target him in the first half. Dude, this is imploding fast, dude. I think this is two teams heading in different directions. Now, not like this. Giants, and then like Dallas is just like still going down, just not at as far of a level. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's close.
Both teams heading in the same direction. Just the Giants are going to reach the dumpster before.
One's going deeper than the other. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, I'm all over Dallas -4 here, and I really like the over 37.5. I think that's a spicy little parlay if you wanted to play that. Both these teams it's just going to be a hot garbage game, dude. Look, I think we're going to have some turnovers, and turnovers typically lead to more points in a game. I don't know, man. I think we talked about that enough. How about the nightcap, man? Thursday, 8:20, Turkey Day. Couple. Miami Dolphins traveling to the frozen tundra in Green Bay. Miami catching 3 points right now. An over-under of 46.5. Miami is 5-6 and 5-6 ATS. Green Bay is 8-3 in the season, but only 5-6 against the spread. What are your initial thoughts, Kev?
This is the best.
Yep.
This is probably the best game of the week. Best game Thursday and Friday.
Yes, 100%
kind of special games.
100%.
I'm on Miami +3. We talked about a little bit. They won 3 straight. They're kind of trying to make a late push here to get into the wild card playoff picture. I think they're right outside right now. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but yeah, I like Miami +3. Tua's looking good, running the ball well. Green Bay, man, Love. You just don't know. Oh, what do we got here? Packers alt line -21.
From the top deck.
Geez,
from the top ropes. El Bonilla.
That's the
blood of the coyote down to the children.
Yeah, man, Miami. Jordan Love, inconsistent. Yeah, Miami +3.
This is a tough one for Miami. They've won 3 in a row. They are trending upwards. I've locked them up 2 weeks in a row. I'm playing them again +3 here. Really tough spot, but this is it, man. I mean, they have to have this game. They're the 8th seed right now. So I mean, they're not getting in the playoffs right now, but they're 5-6 now. The Colts are 5-7. The Bengals are 4-7 right behind them. They got to keep going, dude. The Colts have looked, I don't know, and the Bengals, man, who knows what's going to happen with them. Denver is right in front of them. So are the Chargers. So, I mean, two better teams, in my opinion. Miami has an uphill battle here. They have to come out and play. It's a big game for Miami, dude. I've been on them 2 weeks in a row. I'm going to stay on them here. I'm going to take Miami +3, man. But I like this Green Bay team, but I just think right now and situationally, I think Miami has more to play for. Green Bay just smoked the Niners, who I wouldn't say, there's M's she's a Packers fan. She has faith. She's a cheesehead. Yeah, I would take Green Bay to win by 1 or 2 points, and then hey, how about we both win there? I cover, Green Bay wins. We all go to bed happy.
Hey, fans are soft as puppy
shit. Yep. They sure are.
Yes.
It's gonna be cold too. It's gonna be like 19, I think. Dude, why is Dan? Can you keep up with us, dude?
I don't like either team, Dallas or Giants. How they? Dude, that was 3 games ago, Dan.
Come on, Dan.
Laces out, Dan.
No, he's right though. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
How are they
No,
feeling
yeah.
about Saquon? Little seller's
Yeah. I
remorse.
love it. Love it.
I know. I love
Jerry
watching these teams.
Jerry says we don't need Derrick Henry. We don't need Saquon. They don't fit our team.
Dude, I saw
Yeah,
this
right.
crazy stat. You guys, Dallas, the Titans, and the Giants, all those teams that did not sign or pay their top running backs because good teams don't do it. Well, good teams just paid these guys, and they're all like in the going to the playoffs, winning their division. So I don't know, man.
The only team I think that got that right was probably Cincinnati because they had the young guy Chase Brown behind Joe Mixon. So
Mixon's having a season though. In Houston.
But I think I could get on
board with 4-7.
I could get on board with why they let him go. The other teams didn't have anything. At least they had a young and up and comer. So that's about the only team I could maybe give a pass on that.
Yeah, Tennessee brought in Pollard, and they thought they liked what they had with Tajay Spears. Man, I don't know. Sucks to suck. So I'm on Miami +3. You're on Miami +3.
Yep.
Friday, Black Friday, 3 p.m. The Raiders are going to visit Kansas City. The Raiders, when I saw this, Kev, it was funny. So I teased it down. It was -12.5 for Kansas City, and then I went to go straight bet Kansas City, and the line went up to 13. So Kansas City -13. The Raiders grabbing 13 on the road. An over/under of 42.5. The Raiders are 2-9 on the season. 4-7 ATS. Kansas City is 10-1, but as we all know, they're only 5-6 against the spread.
Yep.
Kev, Minshew out for the season with a collarbone. AOC might be coming back.
Think so. Yep.
Ritter.
Yeah, I think it's AOC. I think he's coming back. So that is what it is. What do you do? These fools could come out. These fools could come out and beat KC on Thanksgiving. I mean, that's how dumb and inconsistent just the Raiders are. New quarterback, who knows? But and don't ever hire your interim coach. It always sounds great. I tried finding some stats today to kind of back this up.
Marv Levy.
Oh, Marv Levy. Marv Levy, interim hire, man, back in the day. That one shocked me. I did not know that.
That one worked out, but to your point, man.
But dude, because everybody
going through it right now.
Everybody they're hyped up. They're playing for the interim guy. It sounds great. I was okay with it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't okay with him hiring AP. But
they were playing inspired football, man. They were.
And then that wears off, and the X's and O's come out, and the players, the Joes got to play. And
dude, y'all should have never got rid of Derek Carr.
We should have. Don't even get me started on this list. You got.
Am I wrong though? Am I wrong? I'm not even. I'm not even messing with you.
You got Amari Cooper. You got your Buffalo, your University of Buffalo, Khalil Mack.
Yep.
You've got. I mean, just go down the list.
Why do you guys get rid of them all? It doesn't make any sense.
They don't want to pay them.
Yeah, but then they draft like. I know Bowers is tearing it up, dude, but was Bowers a need? You guys took a tight end high the season before.
Oh, you see? Well, I was tweeting it out. Yeah,
Weren't
Bowers best tight end
on the board
is going to be a top tight end, and then we're going to trade him for a 6th round pick in a year, and he's going to be. Anyway, with all that said, hey, shit, Raiders might cover that.
13 points is a lot, Kev, but unfortunately for you, Kansas City coming off a tough road trip. I think the Raiders are in turmoil here. I'm going to lay it. I don't care if it's chalky. I just think the Chiefs want to have a statement win. I think they want to shut everybody up. I think it's a tough matchup for you guys, dude. Even if AOC comes back, the Panthers just made some noise against KC. I
would normally say that I would agree with you, but I thought after you guys beat them, I would have thought that game would have been them throttling the Panthers after
Yeah.
that, and they couldn't do it. So I don't know. I don't know if Casey's got that. They don't have that switch. Turn it on.
They might
The
be getting
defense
Pacheco
isn't.
back.
Yeah, that'll help. The defense isn't playing as good as it was early in the season either. They're kind of getting exposed on them corners a little bit.
Well, you and I talked about this today, though. Your top 2 running backs are hurt. I don't know what the status is for this week. It is a short week again with you guys playing on Friday. If you guys can't run the ball, I mean,
Spags. He'll be bringing the pressure.
that's the problem. That's the problem. And you guys have struggled to run the ball. I just think it's a bad spot, dude. 30 to 13, something like that, man. That's what I think. I'm laying it with
easy.
KC. Well,
right.
let's pull up our best bets, Kev. Pull up yours first. Let's talk about it real quick. Now, these are our best bets just for Turkey Day and Black Friday.
Yeah. So Lions minus 10.5. Again, I just like them to kind of take care of that one-dimensional Bears team. Dolphins +3. We both like that. I've got Lions Bears over 48. We kind of hit on that also. My parlay, which I have been terrible with this year, I've got the Giants Cowboys. I actually flipped that over 38.5.
Okay.
So I talked
Mid-show flip.
Yeah, over 38.5 on that, and I've got under the Raiders Chiefs 42.5.
Okay.
Plus 260. Yep.
Okay. How about the
and then my Neffy special, Chiefs -3, the lock, and Giants +14, Dolphins +13. Thoughts?
Okay. Yeah, initial reaction. I like Chicago with those points. I like the Dolphins. Over in that Bears game might be a little tricky. I think it's going to be closer. And if it's going to be closer, I don't think it's going to be super high scoring. That 48 is a big number in that one. Obviously, I like the over and the Giants Cowboys with you. The Raiders Chiefs line at 42.5. I think I like that a lot too. Like I said, I think Kansas City is going to have their way with them on Friday. And I don't think you guys are going to be scoring a lot of points on them. The Neffy special, dude, Giants +14 worries me a little bit just with all that turmoil. I might have went the other way with the Cowboys. But that's a lot of points in a division game, right? And then obviously Dolphins getting 13. I like that too. So don't hate it. I don't hate it. Pull up mine real quick while you're in there. All right. I am laying the 13 with Kansas City. It was even money. I'm laying 4 with Dallas minus $110. I'm taking the 3 with Miami. That was even money, which means you could probably get a better price on Kansas City and Miami closer to game time. The lines were moving on my book a little bit. My parlay, I took some alt lines. I bought Chicago up to +10.5, and I bought Miami up to 4. Give you +215 odds there. Hopefully the dogs are barking on Turkey Day. Gobble. The Neffy special, dude. Detroit, Chicago over 38. Thread that needle because I don't think I like it over 48, but I think we'll get to 39, 40 points in that game. Give me Miami +13, and then I got KC -2.5 right before that line switch. So if KC wins by a field goal, I cover there. We talked about these, right?
Yeah, we hit on most of these. Yeah, I'm with you on maybe only one the parlay, the Chicago +10.5. I'm not on that, but yeah. Other than that, I think I'm good. I think I'm
we talked about it. We talked about it at length. Kev, let's get into real quick. I want to get your thoughts on a couple. Let's go to the AFC playoff conference here. And I can actually, you want me to share my screen?
I've got the wild card on my phone here looking at them. Yeah. Oh,
let me zoom in. No, you're good.
Who are we starting with? AFC?
This is the AFC playoff picture right now. Kansas City up there at the 1 seed at 10-1. You got the Bills, you got the Steelers, you got the Texans, right? All are leading their divisions right now. And then you got the Baltimore Ravens at 8-4. Okay, you got the Chargers at 7-4, and you're rounding out with Denver. So if the playoffs were to start today, the Bills would be hosting the Broncos, which honestly, I welcome that, dude. Give me that rookie quarterback in Buffalo in the playoffs in the winter. I would love that. I like these playoff teams, man. But you see, Miami's right there, man. 5-6. I mean, all they have to do is make a little bit of noise, man, and they're gonna have a shakeout for the wild card there. It's gonna be interesting to see how this all comes down. What do you think? You think KC's gonna wrap up the 1 seed?
I don't know, man. They've been flirting with these with disaster. You know, I mean, geez, Carolina coming off a loss, like that should have been a smash for them, and it just wasn't. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be between the Bills and the Chiefs. It's gonna be close.
How many more times are the Ravens and Steelers gonna flip flop?
Yeah, well, I was going to get to that. I think the Ravens probably end up winning that division.
I bet Pittsburgh that a couple weeks ago. Remember?
Yep, falling off here in the next couple weeks. They got their division games rolling now. Yeah,
Pittsburgh is at Cincinnati this week.
So, question: if we both kind of talked about it, if we think Miami's potentially got a shot to get in, then who's out? Denver or Houston?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, but are the Colts gonna win that division?
No, I think true.
So Houston's
in.
True.
Right? Yeah, I think Houston's in. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, is Pittsburgh gonna fall from grace, dude? I don't know. Pittsburgh's schedule to finish the season is not easy.
Tough. Yeah, I could see Pittsburgh dropping completely out and Miami taking that spot, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I bet Baltimore plus 120 to win that division, and Pittsburgh very well could lose to Cincy this week, unfortunately. The stats don't support that. I think Pittsburgh wins. I think they're going to keep going. Interesting, man. Interesting. How about a little NFC? Detroit, obviously, at the top 10-1. Eagles 9-2. And then, dude, it's chaos, dude, because the NFC West is wild. The Seattle and Atlanta are both 6-5, both win their division.
Terrible.
Seattle is the 3rd seed because they win the tiebreaker over Atlanta based on the head-to-head. You got the Vikings at 9-2 and the 5th seed, which is crazy, right?
Crazy.
Green Bay 8-3, and then Washington holding on for dear life at 7-5. Carolina barking, and Tampa Bay, dude. Tampa Bay is sneaky right now. Couple teams there at 5-6 that can make some noise. The NFC is definitely, in my opinion, the weaker of the two conferences, but they are top heavy. Detroit and Philly, dude, are two really good teams, man.
Yep.
There's a couple teams in here that can make some noise, in my opinion, but I have no idea how this NFC West is going to shake out. Like we talked about for a few weeks now, man. It was like 4 weeks ago where every team was plus 500 except for the Niners, and now the Niners in the basement. Honestly, dude, I should go see what the Niners are to win that division and just hedge the whole thing.
I'll say that would hedge your whole that would hedge the entire division.
Oh well, dude. I have Seattle to win, I have the Cardinals to win, and I have the Rams to win, all with plus 500 or greater odds. As long as San Fran does not win that division, I'm coming out like a G. Value,
Jeff,
baby, value.
Jeff here. Chiefs should be 6-4. That luck's going to run out. Remaining schedule is legit.
Very true, Jeff. Very true.
They should be, but they're not. So that's they just always find a way. Find a way to kind of hang in there and come through.
Dude, the Bills beat the Chiefs without Spencer Brown, without Keon Coleman, without Dalton Kincaid, without Matt Milano. And we looked confident in that game, dude. The Bills This is a prove it year for Josh Allen, dude, and he is coming out and proving it, man. He has been playing like an absolute junkyard dog, man. Like I love it. I love it, man. I as a Bills fan, it's hard not to just completely drink all that Kool-Aid all the time. But dude, I mean, no one expected us to be 9-2 right now. Nobody.
Yeah, to me, there's like when you have a guy like Allen, we talk about they lose Diggs, which kind of opened him up to spread the ball around, not have to kind of zone in, focus in on one guy. There's two thoughts on that. There's you spread it to whoever's open, you run your offense, and you're efficient, and you just move the ball. Or you've got a dog, you've got Justin Jefferson, you've got Jamar Chase, and you have that top dog, and they carry you. I think he's better off playing with spreading the ball around, not locking in on a single receiver, because I think that he was prone to turnovers when he played that way. So I think this is better for him personally.
100%, dude. 100%, man. And I shaved my mustache the game we lost to Houston, but then we ripped off 2, 4, 6 in a row. So this mustache, dude, this is staying all the way until the Bills win the Super Bowl this year. I don't know what this is going to look like towards the end of the year. I'm going to have to get some wax or some pomade. It's getting gross.
We might have to make a show bet, and that show bet might be you cutting that thing if it gets that far.
No, this is my whole identity now, dude. I've given up on everything else but this mustache, dude. This mustache is just carrying me.
I cannot believe Rebecca is on board with that mustache. I'm amazed.
She likes it.
I know you said that. I'm amazed.
Hey, I mean, if she's still back, if you're listening, let the people know that you like the mustache. I think that she does. I think I look so bad with it that she knows that no female is ever going to look at me again.
It's like she wants you to look your worst.
Yeah, it's repellent, dude. It's repellent. It is. Gross.
That is not going to work.
Check out check this Bills schedule out remaining, dude. I want to talk Chiefs remaining schedule real quick. Bills got the Niners on Sunday Night Football this week. Then we go to the Rams. Not an easy game. At the Lions, home versus the Patriots, home versus the Jets, at the Patriots.
Man, I forgot you guys played the Lions. That is going to be prime. What is that? Is that a Sunday night game?
That. No, it's Sunday at 4:25. But they're talking about flexing it to Monday Night Football.
That's going to be
Super Bowl preview,
awesome
maybe.
One. Yeah. To me, it's Detroit or Philly. Coming out of the NFC.
All right, so Kansas City remaining schedule. They got the Raiders this Friday. They got the Chargers at home. They go at the Browns, home to the Texans, at the Steelers, at the Broncos. So I would say a little bit easier, but like their division games, Chargers, Broncos at the Steelers, dude. At the Steelers can mean something. What if the Chiefs catch a loss there and the Steelers still only have 3 losses and they have to go to Pittsburgh, dude, in December? I don't know, man. I don't know, Jim. I like our chances, dude. We're getting healthy at the right time, dude. Let's not forget, Von Miller was suspended for 4 games, dude. We ripped off 4 wins while he was gone. We got some guys that are hurt, banged up right now. Everybody does, but the Bills have been just decimated by injuries over the last several years, man. It's been brutal. Kev, I want to go through some week 13 trends. We could wrap up the show. A couple things that I noticed leading up to week 13, a couple bets that I have placed already. Get the lines in early. Arizona is 3-1 ATS after a loss. They're in Minnesota as a 3.5 point dog. Arizona is 3-2 ATS on the road, but they're 3-1 ATS as a road underdog. Arizona plus 3.5. I went and bet that right now.
At Minnesota?
Mm-hmm.
I like it, but man, Minnesota. Every time I think I like Minnesota,
I know.
it turns the other way. So
The
yeah,
sweet spot. I like the over in that game too. I think everyone probably does. Look for a better effort from Arizona this week. How about this one? Bills won't
Bills
lose till
won't lose
preseason
till
week one.
preseason week 1.
Kool-Aid bath. There you go. Dude, if the Bills win the Super Bowl this year, I will absolutely take a bath in Kool-Aid. I will 100% do that. Clip it, book it. Don't watch it, but just know it'll happen.
It'll happen. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need
Jeff,
to see that.
Jeff will be here. Anyways, the Chargers are 2-1 ATS after a loss. They're -2 on the road this week in Atlanta. The Chargers are 3-2 ATS on the road, but they're also 3-1 ATS as a road favorite. I like the Chargers. They're -2. They went down to -1, -120. The Chargers were only -130 on the money line in Atlanta. I bet that today.
Yep. Love that one.
Atlanta coming home. Atlanta's coming off of a bye. The week before that, they lost in Denver.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't even know what to think about Atlanta. I'm not. They don't enamor me.
Should be a good game. All right, I got two more. Cincinnati is 1-4 ATS as the home team this year. They're -3 at home to Pittsburgh this year. Pittsburgh is 4-2 ATS on the road and 2-0 as a road underdog ATS. This is the Mike Tomlin special. 8-3, we're underdogs, dude. Division
Tomlin
game.
dog on the road.
Go run. Go bet this game
Pittsburgh.
now.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh +3, man. Go lock that up.
Yep.
I got one more.
Put that in the Neffy special.
One. Yeah, exactly. I did bet a Neffy special with some of these today, so it might end up being these games. Tampa Bay is 4-1 ATS on the road and 2-0 as road favorites, both against the spread. They're -6 at Carolina. Carolina is 2-3 ATS at home this year. Dude, I love Tampa Bay -6 at Carolina.
I like it. The KC close game, scoring the points against the Chief, it throws me off. I don't know what to think. But yeah, I think I like Tampa -6 in that.
Now, Tampa Bay has given up the third most passing yards. Tampa Bay shows up on my defensive chart. The lower the total points, the worse the team is. So Jacksonville right now is at a 19. Carolina's at a 21. Dallas is at 30. The Rams are at 36. Tampa Bay defense is at a 37 right now. So 16 points better than Carolina, but they're right. They're not that good. I just like Tampa Bay by a touchdown. I think it's 6. I think the line is going to go to 7, 7.5. I like the number. I went with it, dude. I think I'm trying to get the best of these numbers here. And what do we always say? Bet them early, right?
Yep.
Kev, the show is brought to you by W. W Energy is an amazing energy drink that's made with clean ingredients to give you the energy boost you need with no crash. They also offer an electrolyte drink to keep you hydrated. Hit the link in the bio. Use promo code DUE. Get 10% off your first purchase. Find them at dubby.gg. Promo code DUE. Get 10% off your first purchase. We're also brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Summer is over. Now's the time to start thinking about that pool. And who else is doing pools, Kev?
Altered Grounds Landscaping. They are the area's top professional landscaping company. They're family-owned and operated business serving St. Louis, the Metro East, for 20-plus years. Their mission is to make your home or business stand out from the rest. They offer free consultations year-round. Get $300 off your project of $3,000 or more with code AGNOTB. That's code AGNOTB. They're booking pools for 2025 season. So if you're having any thoughts about getting pool for next summer, stay ahead of the game and get with them now.
Kev, they're residential, man. They're residential, but they're businesses too. Play the video one more time.
Let's hit it.
Play the video. Oh, fresh and funky.
Yeah,
I love it,
don't
man.
get
Go
caught
see him.
slipping.
Altered Grounds, don't get caught slipping, man. Residential snow removal, business snow removal, free consultations year round, $300 off your purchase. Project at $3,000 or more. AGNOTB. Go save some money, people. You're going to get the stuff done anyways. Get it done from the best and save some money. Kev, that's a show. Good to be seen.
No one to blame.
No one to blame. Go.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bills. Go, 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 go.